tank's cloudy. It's getting better. Did a water change last Monday and they got super cloudy. Did another water change the other day. Don't know why I'm eating. This stuff's so good. What's up? Right, Holly? Hi. Not for you, Howie. Good morning, Vaughn. Hope all is well. Welcome aboard. Just come on, James. Oh, dang! I just do that. Howie, it's not food. I was just gonna show what I was getting ready to prepare for. I ain't making a mess. Howie, yeah. Oops. Morning, Dale. Dang nabbit. Just gonna get some worms ready. Feed the big guys. And the turtle and God darn rah. Clean up a mess and make another mess. Story of my life. Worms are escaping. So sorry. That was not planned. This is a blooper. A live blooper. Ah. Get in there, worm. Ah. Yep. Well, I'm in, get out of here, Howie. What do you used to call, rich? I don't know. I think there are some left, not many. I'm not at the store. Call or message me, a couple hours. I'll be going over there about 10:45 or so. Call around 11, probably ideal. 216-635-1625. Juicy, yummy worms. Oscar over there is like, baby. They are cool, and they're not very common. It took a while to sell those. I don't think people realize some of the fish we have, you're not going to find often, or at the prices I sell some stuff. They're a pretty good price. They're all cheap fish. Breakfast, yes. Gooey protein, nah, nope. Psych. So I got my piranhas, the big arrow, Oscar. There's the Niger cat, the Ripsaw cat's in there. Get worm. I give little chunks to the red devils. What else? Oh, the fire eel next door. So I didn't feed I usually try to feed live on Tuesdays and Fridays here. Sometimes it's Wednesday and Saturdays. At the shop, we usually do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Once I'll throw in an extra here, but I feed them pretty good. I mean, most stuff gets dry food. Even some of the piranhas eat like the extreme wafers. So just a in-between thing. So we sell worms. They went up in price, but I didn't raise the price. I left my prices. So they're good prices. We have 12-pack, 24-pack. Canadian night crawlers. Best probably live food you could feed your fish some of your reptiles, amphibians, um, stuff like that. Or fishing, obviously going bass fishing or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually do about 6. Then I'll rinse them. So you probably noticed the picture. Nope, sorry. That's kind of our new dog. Well, it was fostered. My sister-in-law, whatever. Some family member has medical issues. Empire of Dirt. Fox. Hey, Jeff Kane. Morning. So yep. Big fat juicy worms. So Mylan likes little dogs. I'm not usually a little dog. I don't like yappity dogs. But this is Kobe. I don't know if he's known. Named after Kobe Bryant, whatever, the basketball player. Kobe Jack Cheese, I think, starts with a C. His Kobe. About 3 years old, cute little thing, Yorkie. But I actually did it to get for my mom. So she's lonely by herself. My sister moved back out. She stayed with her a few months because my mom having health issues, whatever, a fractured back. So she's limited what she can do, but she's much better now. But I think a puppy, not really a puppy, which is good. That would a lap dog, cute little dog. She had a Shih Tzu. She had to put down by 1.5 years ago. That hurt. So, and then my sister, when she's over, she had her blue Shar Pei, and grown attached to Dakota, and Dakota grown attached to my mom. So I think a dog is a great security. She has alarms and security systems and all that stuff, but a dog is a great natural security for homes. Actually, this little thing slept with Dylan. He likes his little blankets. It was next to the bed, so if I end up on the bed with Dylan, and he heard me earlier this morning, and he was like a little growl and a little bark. I heard him. So he heard me, and like already protective. Dylan and my land love him. So if it doesn't work out for my mom, we'll end up keeping him. So Howie's good with them. Howie wants to play, but you know, Howie thinks he's like the same size as him, is like 3 pounds. Oh, he's laying over there on the mat. So dogs are great. They're better people. No offense, people. So this was S2/S2. I guess I could say it'll be a hybrid store, not fish store, but for my TPS, Tactical Prep Survive Gear and Supply, which is taking a lot longer to get running. It's backwards on there. So many other things going on, life and family and dogs. So I got one more thing to do on that. Oh, I forgot. I got to drill a hole for the hose return for the FX. What was I thinking? Maybe get the base up for that 500 gallon over there, the 10 foot or whatever. I got to clean those holes out and find and hopefully have bulkheads. I'm sure I do. And plumb it and cap them off, glue the caps, pipe it, cap it, because I'm not going to use the overflow box on a wet dry system setup. I'm going to put a FX canister filter on there probably. I might even need to do that. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9, 10 outlets, air outlets. So I could put 10 box filters, sponge filters on that tank. It's just going to be for grow outs. I might not even run an FX. But I still have to cap off that thing. You want to do it before you freaking set it up, because once you got about 500 gallons of water in there, you ain't moving it. So I got to drill a hole if I end up putting a return on this end. So the airline's in, pipes in. I mean, I could set up these 10 gallons of pipe if I wanted. 155 bow over there could be set up. So, switch this around. Yo, my mess. 320, 340. It clouded up like a bacteria bloom. Like Monday I did a water change, and then it was like, got cloudier. And then was it? Not yesterday. Thursday I did a water change, I think, on it. Yeah. Thursday I did a water change. About 30%. It's better. I have some stuff I'm going to put in there that helps. I don't know why it got messed up. I didn't clean the filter. It's got an FX on there, box filter, BioChemSorb, and Airstone, and a circulation pump. So, yep, the beast. I glued with that solvent, weld on 4, then I put the 16. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to put this. It's like an ABS plastic. I just got it local hardware store. And I'm going to put the weld on 16 on this bad like corner. It didn't leak, so, but I want to prevent it from leaking to the day I die, basically. So I'm going to add this as an extra support to put on that corner. So, and this will be in the back, so you won't even see it anyway. And that's the overflow. So I got to get those holes cleaned out, bulkhead, cap them off, and see, I was going to put the intake of the FX in here, BioBalls, like I'm doing that custom tank, and I'm doing a lot of tanks. Actually, I did the same thing over there in that 340. I don't care for wet dries anymore. I have some big ones for sale. I mean, they're still good filters. They're huge. Obviously good for saltwater or big tanks. But I got some big wet dry filters I want to unload. I'm selling like $100 a piece. They're $1,000 a piece. The one in the Marineland one that was on the 300, the pumps are like $300 each. So I need to get them out of the way. Spring cleaning still. So yeah, I need to put I'm gonna probably pop a hole here and a 1-inch hole here. I mean, I have a hole all the way down there, but I'd have to put a whole brand new line to go that far to pump it down. I don't need that. I'm just gonna put one here and one here, so I could put the return on one end, intake in there. If I run the FX, I just cap it off. I could always throw that on, but all those were pre-plumbed from past setups here, old store, whatever. So I utilize what I already have, and I don't know if even those brass valves are great. They were expensive when I bought those 25 years ago or something. So yeah, I have a ton of that pipe with valves everywhere. So I utilize what I had without like buying new or whatever. So it's mounted, and I could run tons of sponge filters, box filters on this thing. Good old Howie. That's 155 bow. I started getting stuff cleared off of it. Now I was just unloading the van. Gotta get rid of my van probably. I had to take it in Monday. Get a solid pro opinion if it's the actual engine. He's gotten a lot better. He was a little rough around the edges. Good ick. Oh, these guys. Oh, you're lucky to see these. Oh, there they go. Never mind. Gyphiums. Going to hiding. They don't like the phone. This Trimac needs a home. We have 3 at the other shop. A big male. This is obviously a smaller male. I don't know. That's 12 inch. So he's probably 8 inches, 7 inches. There's my piranhas. I lost a piranha in there eventually. Some of them were old. There's this big mug. Old piranhas. I mean, this is from '08. That's from '08 when I collected on Amazon. This tank needs a good cleaning. The filters. There's chocolate cichlids here, Marinade, Topaz, one Argente. Oh, I did get a small list from Dan. Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't bought valves in a long time. I know I needed some once, and you couldn't even get them. I think when COVID started or something or whatever, I ended up buying them online from somebody had them, and they're just the single lever ones. They're like the cheaper ones. I mean, they're all right, but those brass, solid brass, they hardly ever clog up. They have a nice little gasket rubber seal. Then the next one, which is the same, I don't know, was it 3/8 diameter, is the double valves. These I had from 33 years ago. Holy crap, I just realized it's June 1st. I forgot again. My birthday's Tuesday. 55 years old. I've been in business now 33 years. It's kind of when I started the business when I was 22, the maintenance part. Got back from Florida, was in Florida, decided I was going to start my business. So, what we do is either have a wire, I have, or a paper clip. You have to unclog them. This tank's cloudy. I took the big male. He's for sale at the shop. I don't know if he's still there. I come in. This tank's cloudy, and here's one. This tank, no problems. Took one fish out, the big guy. It's out in the back. A big one was killed. Probably that guy back there, or somebody else has took over. It's like, that's the thing about technique sometimes. You got to leave them alone. People, some fish, you mess up the tank. People with OCD or whatever, you cause more problems, especially cichlids being territorial, coast species aggressive. Sometimes leave the things alone. If they're set, they're fine. They're doing, it's not broken, don't fix it. Yep, that happens. Technique, especially for toasters, you upset that balance, then it goes sideways. Slow size. Grubberoy, I put another male in there. He beat the snot of it. This is his tank. I added a couple more, like a pipe over there, some more decoration. This tank, I started water changes Thursday. I had enough time to finish. Litter uppers, somebody's wanting females. And of course, I had that trio finally sold. This, the blue lip Williams eyes, it's a breeder's. There's actually a baby or two in there. A couple females. They're for sale. There's 3 females and a male. We got babies over there from those. Oh, looks like I got a moray holding. Yep. I want to get those up higher so I can see them. Oh, that filter needs a clean. Oticeps. We sold that trio. Look at all the... I didn't even know I had that many. The baby Kapampas in there. They're stubby. The group is getting old, but they still spawn a little bit. There's some Kapampa babies down there. The ones at the shop, I think, are all sold. Somebody was coming to get them all. The 12 there. It's 33 years. I'll be 55. Tuesday, June 4th. And one of my old best friend's dad, Mr. Zingales, he's passed away. He'll be, his birthday is the 4th. Actually, Adam's dad is also the 4th. So, just a menagerie. Some odd fish here. I don't know what these are. I'm going to end up using them as fish food. They're like female. They look like Gallia reefs, but I don't know. I just can't be 100% sure. So unfortunately, I can put them in a maintenance count, but they're too bland. And maintenance counts, these doctors' offices, they just want a colorful fish tank. Colorful fish. So these 2 young male sunshines might be going to maintenance counts. Guppies, I don't even pay attention to. They're living. The big old mug, Samazi, one baby down there. Oh, there's another one down there. They're no longer really babies. That's the original old big guy. I haven't got a spawn. I missed a mouthful. I do that. They hide in the pipe. I don't pay attention. Now this is the Mazwas. You don't see these. I got some babies I think over there ready. I don't think there's any left at the store. Beautiful Fritosa. Big. Similar, shape as like the Burundis. Look at those Burundis fighting over there. That's the old group of Burundi, which are still breeding, throwing some babies out. Gnathochromis spermalaxillaris. I want to keep one. Two kind of hang out together. I've never got a spawn. One time I think I had a spawn. I raised these were F1s, but I'd sell two of those guys. I should have. One guy wanted them in California, but I didn't feel like shipping them. This is my MOBAs from home. They're F1s. The wild adults over there, and I had 3 female wild there. So that 155 leaked at home a month or so ago. Look at the babies in there. See the female, that female is usually the one breeds. She hides in that. If I don't really look, I don't always pay attention. But if they're not coming out to eat, then I know, and I just gotta remember. MOBA, somebody was, but there's a baby up, and they go hide in the back, miss it, and usually I'll mark the tank if I notice it. And I'll pull them usually about 14 days. Oh, the blue lips. That's what's left of the babies. I took most of them over there. So, these are Burundis from home, which is a really nice group. I brought those in with a friend on the West Coast. A different strain. Samazis. Don't have too many Samazis anymore here and there. There's the Mazwas. These, some are about an inch. Some of these are still about 3/4. I gotta get these out of the 5-gallon. One Geertzai, which I love to have as a female, but I got an idea that's a male. The Zyarmaculas have for years wild, and they did have one baby right there, and I haven't seen another spawn since. Now, when it comes to these guys, they are a breeding factory. Thanks, guys. These are the Kagoma F1s, and then I got F2s over there. So these will be F2 babies, I guess. I don't know. Usually just go wild or F1. Sometimes F2, but look at, I don't even pull them. I know they've had mouthfuls. That's the male right there in the pot there. But look at all the babies. They just, tons and tons of babies. I gotta get in here because the tank gets dirtier. The more, and they'll quit breeding usually at some point. Fish have a natural instinct when they know it's the bioload's too much. Not enough food, not enough space. So I need to take about half the water, and I gotta get all the rocks out and go in there and catch all these little boogers. I just took a batch that was down here, 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches. So they didn't have many left that could go, but so there's a bunch, maybe about 20 or so, more like 2-inch size, good size ones at the shop now. But I'll have more coming. There might be smaller ones in a 10-gallon. I'm not sure. Now this is the F1 group. That female's still holding. I keep forgetting. No, did I miss somebody aquatic? That little female is holding. This is maybe the 3rd time she spawned. The Zaracapampa. They came from the wild ones in the big tank, the old group. She don't have. It's only a handful of babies if you're lucky. There's the wild and my F1 MOBAs. I don't know if they're liking it down there. That tank we had to redo. That's empty. I need to move a bunch of fish around. Oh, look at this. Look at that Smazi male. Now this is an F1 from the wild. They did spawn once, and that baby's right there. And I haven't seen another spawn. They just killed one the other day. So that's, Fritosas rarely get like sick. Rusties and Kobe. Alright, this tank. I need to get these guys up so I can see them. Intermedius. I actually think there was a female holding already. I don't like tanks on the bottom row anymore, and it's not good for my knees. I usually have a styrofoam lid pad. There's the old guy. The babies are following me. Like, where's the food, old man? Well, this was unfortunate the other day. The geared size. I had 2 males, 1 female, and then 1 baby. That's it. Originally, I thought it was 2 females, a male, and 1 colored up. Well, the other day, female jumped out. And she's a big fish, but that sucks when your tank's not fully covered. She must have jumped out enough, and she was dried up on the floor right here. So I separated, figured the 2 males are gonna end up fighting big time or whatever. So I gotta get those guys out, redo that tank, and free it up for something else. Probably put something, maybe Tanganyika in their breed, give them some more room. I gotta move these guys. Those are the Melande Sulphurhead. Oh, there's 2 males, 3 males maybe, and some females. Slow size, I need to move those next door. I'll probably have Anthony in to help. I can't remember what these are. Central Americans. I put in there little things to grow out. The X-Chromus Jennies. It'll probably be about a year maybe before I get those breeding. The red Fertoses are getting big. I've grown to like these. At first I was like, what? Now, I had one I grew up and I ended up losing it somehow. I can't even remember how. I had some, but I had one big, like, nice male, 7 8 inches, and he got nice. I would post some pictures. That's the last of the Wanga Gold, whatever. I dove there when I went to Malawi. The Moala Reef, ACIs, the Moriais. That male is nice. Look at that color. Oh, the sun shines, and these are Mazwas down there. Getting too big. Phone's buzzing. The little tanks are actually more work. I gotta move these baby fronts around. There's some Kigs. Those are pretty much ready. More Kigs. 1 Black Widow. I took a couple Black Widows over there. These are the Katumbas. Only 6 of them. The only spawn I've had in like 4 or 5 years. I can't believe no one snatched those up. So, this is the Nangu. Wild, and then there's some young that's grown up in there, so it'll be F1s. But it's an old group. Some of them are, it's a lot better. I did some big cleaning, water changes on that. Oh, let's see. Where'd you get all your decorative pots? I can't seem to find anything but standard pots. Oh, some of the stuff is 5, 10, 20, probably 30 years old. I've acquired over the years. Some stuff I got when I bought like fish rooms, or you gotta just go to different stores, maybe Big Lots. Right now probably the time to find some of these oddball pots. Marks. There used to be a supplier, and it's long gone, and it was like floral, whatever, something. And man, I used to get some certain stuff and some oddball little weird pots and neat things that were, terracotta type stuff you put in fish tank. Now you'll find these. They're called the strawberry or the chicken plant pot. Those are cool. They get kind of pricey. I actually tried before contacting a company. I went on this line or something, and I wanted to try to buy the stuff wholesale. Yeah, just make sure it's. I boil them in water and like a mild bleach solution. Disinfect them, because if you don't know if they're new, I just soak in some hot water, clean them. But if you're buying them used from somebody, if they use fertilizers and chemicals, dog peed on them, I don't know, be very careful. Test one out. That's a Kapampa group, which half spawned. There's a couple babies in there. Males up there front. That technique's. I hate this algae. It's that coralline algae. It's bad. Hey Tom, I won't be here. Well, early Saturday morning, Friday, I don't know. Might be getting that big tank in. That's a nightmare. I'm going on vacation, so I most likely it's real early, like this morning. I could see you guys early Saturday morning, but I gotta get ready and get Howie ready and cut the grass and stuff before vacation. Milo's fronts. Those are Burundis I imported. So I'm always looking for different bloodlines. So future breeders. See, look at all the pipe I just brought down. I got more somewhere. Tons of. When you're a fish guy like me for 47 years, you acquire so much shit. I'm a collector. I'm not sure if I'd call myself a hoarder. A hoarder of fish, maybe. I don't know. This is the Nangus F1s. Came from the wilds. They have been breeding here and there. Obviously, there's a baby, bigger baby. There's some fighting going on. Look at the frayed fins on them. But just like the Smozies, which is like next door neighbor Nangu, the collecting point. I dove at Smozy, but bulky, pretty good color. Nano luteus. Do they have any more babies? They bred a number of times, but they always end up eating the damn babies. And I got that lone bull Carteret over there. I need to get him out. I need to get the babies out next time. Why they eat them, I don't know. So, here's a red, what you call it, Black Widow. I like to call them, I want to change their name to Clouded. Like the Clouded Archers. That's what they look like. Oh, the Platinum Cons. These guys been breeding. I've seen babies there too long ago. They were in that pot. Yeah, going back to some of the old school stuff. Convicts, OBs. I like some of the different stuff. The red points. Hey, 125. It leak, a slow leak, somewhere in the bottom, I think, and 125 bucks. Come and get it out of the basement though. So I had 40-gallon breeders I wasn't using, and instead of buying a new tank, which are really expensive now, and I just can't afford to be blowing on something like that. So I put two 40-gallon breeders here. A couple crayfish in there. There's Victorians in there. There's some black Haitiensis. What's a vacation? Shit. I told the doctor, told me not to take my phone or turn the phone off. Don't talk about business or whatever. And I'm like, shit. Yeah, right. I said this vacation like this is not really a vacation because you're driving for 8 hours and you're rushing and doing all kinds of stuff. You're more tired. Where are you out of Empire of Turk, Jeff? I like going to Africa, which is a big trip. The flying's horrible. 36 hours of flying. So, Wisconsin. Another geared size. If anybody knows, anybody has geared size, small ones, I'd buy a bunch of them, as long as they're not overpriced. Or females. I got heavy males. I might have a couple females in that group over there, hopefully. I need to get some spawns. They're on the rare side now, so I need to get these ocellatas somewhere. Female Walterize. I got males. Look at that beautiful 2-inch, 2.5 Lawanda, and then you can't tell that rubescent red back there is 2.5, 2 3/4. Beautiful little full color males. Shelleys, Sangas, and Multifaciatas. Simless, all there's babies in there. More baby, Simless. There's a little baby in the shell right there. Oh, I see more babies back there. I don't even pull them. I haven't seen these helianthus come. The pair that spawned in the tank with the group that are for sale had a little pair spawn, and I brought them over here. Never see them. I don't see any moldy food, so they're eating the food. Got odds and ends. Massive. I probably would sell these brevis. Somebody want this group, breeding group. Look at the size of that male. Cool, Shelly. They're not really fancy colored. I gotta get these guys. Oh, they got more babies. They keep breeding, but there's some bigger babies in there. I gotta get that pair in a bigger tank. But sometimes I'm afraid to move them because then they go stupid and want to go in domestic violence. Professor Red, there's a Walterite. I'm gonna be putting a Walterite. I keep saying it, but look at that beautiful little Nagara flametail. I'm gonna where you buy a number. Oh, look at that little baby widow I pulled the other day. Rehab, nice. That's a Red Passion, Peacock, albino. God, I can't remember that one. Slow side male. There's F1 fluorescent. You see. There's another Walterite, but I'm gonna put a Walterite Peacock up in a tank. I got a tank I think picked out that will, and it'll have a sheet, and you buy a number, you know, like $5 or whatever, $4 or $5, and oh, there's females. Since I took that Victorian that was being mean, they started spawning. The male was getting beat up, so there's 2 females holding. If I pull them, we got fish. Right now, we got some deals, buy one get one free deals going on. I know I've had people ask for these, and I don't. They must eat the babies because they spawn. That's the male. He's gorgeous. The hung guy. The fluorescents. There's the. No. Oh, I hope reception's all right. I'm in the basement, so young slow side group. Then there's some females. I'm gonna put some other ones from next door in there. Get a nice male in there and some more females. So beef that group up. OBs. I know I need these. I can't find these hardly anymore either. Oh, she's got a mouthful. The yellow top Mapambas. The older group, older male, but I gotta start pulling some of these spawns. A rare one, albino red top Mambedjai. Yeah, I can't. There's not much I can do right now about that. Some slow sides in there, and one male swallowtail. Oh, and a female maybe. You don't see those much anymore. That female red shoulder peacock. I got a male in a 10 gallon. There's other Mambedjai, a mean ass Morii lamp, or Vibrachromis Morii they call it now. There's a young breeding group of Mazwas. There's the wild male Gallia Reef. We have F1s. I gotta bring the females over. I want like 5 females. That's an F1 male. Lost some over time, so need to work on those. Just timing. These had a spawn. These albino Chardonnays look really good. I imported these from Europe. You don't see good albinos. There's that guy. Look at him. You want a piece of me? I can't remember what that is. I always forget the name. I think there's a picture on the wall over there. Cygnus, F1 Malorite. There's babies in there. They have been. They've been spawning. They're hiding now. The Gracilis, you don't see those much anymore. I imported them. A little pricey, but you know the shipping and freight's stupid. The wild male bufflehead and then some small young ones. These Temporalis, Tanganican, Wicked. I think it's 2 males and a female. I think. We'll see. These need wire change. There's buffalo heads in there. Tenatis in here, F1s. Then this is just some guppies, some marble sailfin, albino marble sailfin. Give us up. All the platies in there, but Gobbies not doing nothing. That one's already there. These guys have spawned multiple times. These dwarf comp press ups. She might be sitting on eggs in there now, but of course they must eat them. Bastards. Beautiful, beautiful Ornatus. Don't see too much, or at least nice ones, but they're not producing. Old wild daffodils, and they're young, producing. There's some Mazdas down there, and these Slims. Cervase Marmalade Cats, which spawn in there. I don't do much with those either. Those I bought from that customer, the Calico or Marble Fenestratus, which turns out to actually a mixed bred Fenestratus. The 240, which was I had something planned for it until that 125 leaked. So the Champicomas Trout's in here. Then the Mapinga Red males, which I need to get out. Probably sell. I got that young group over there growing up. There's a male. They're about ready to breed. There's females, one male and some females. Um, and then, oh, there's a little baby popped up in the widow. Odds and ends, a really nice male will be hybrid, good color. Kobe Island Naira, it's hot with one female. I got the other ones I shipped in. I just need to focus on a tank and have it really set up and ready to go with a lot of decor because, especially Victorians, oh, there's babies. They bred the albino daffodils. There's little peepers right there on that rock. It's been a while. Darker garnets and pearl mutts. You don't see pearl mutts hardly anymore. More slow size. We got slow size over there for sale. These are baby Fritosas. They're 6 inches. Oh, big male Walteri. I might take him. He might be the one that goes up for the... We gotta do water changes on these. Big fish in small tanks. One met Benjai. Oh, albino male, bushy nose, some odds and ends. Oh, these I brought in. I bought for future breeding. More widows, or what I like to call the clouded. I think that's yellow top mapamba, or it's not marked. It's either Gallery or yellow top mapamba, but it doesn't have the twin bars. So I'm gonna say that's a yellow top mapamba, a lone male. And of course, I never rebuilt a new stand. Just don't feel like it. Get tired and old. A lot of other crap going on. So he's a beast. What a beast. Isn't he cool? I need to get more babies like that though. There's one like him and then the rest are the black and white. Alright, we're gonna head up to the dojo where the wall tank is, the 265. But I'm gonna start probably selling the Marineland tanks that leaked that are behind the building that have been, it's like, I call it the graveyard of Marineland tanks. I don't know if there's ever going to be like a class action lawsuit or something. That's what I've been hoping for. That's why I was trying to save some of the stuff. But I might be dead and gone before that happens. And I'll have to come back as karma and haunt that company and everybody involved with selling shit products, crappy tanks, and so forth. Hate them. Spectrum Brands, Raybach Battery, whoever owns them, a whole slew of Wall Street. But anyway, God, I'm tired. I had family here. I had a funeral yesterday. My Uncle Gary, him and, yeah, I see him listed under other suppliers. My one main supplier got in a legal battle with them. So they separated ways, whatever. But I see other big vendors still carrying Marineland like tanks, but they've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. All the companies have. Seaporo, which used to be Deep Blue, All Glass, Aquian now. No more bow fronts, no more corner tanks. I don't think any more hex tanks. It's almost all standard tanks. Aquian got rid of the 180 and the 120, the 4x2x2. So the selection of tanks has gotten really small compared to the past. Yeah, All Glass was solid. They were probably the best #1 tank for years. That Perfecto was like second. Couple other companies, Modern Aquarium, there's a few companies that would come and go. They just couldn't. Yeah, I tried to be cheaper, but the quality was cheaper. And they end up leaking, having problems. I know when I worked at Peltland, I started working there when I was 15. That was like in 1984, 85 or something. Oh man, were buying those modern aquariums, and we set up a tank, like a 75 for a lady or something. We get back to the store, and the bottom fell out, like a weird just piece of glass just fell out, whatever, something crazy. Now I remember that lady was freaking out. Just boom, a whole 75-gallon tank lets loose, brand new. So, yeah, that's stuff you can't mess up. I say that about the food business. You don't mess up people's food, restaurants or whatever, or making food. You know, I'm all for the death penalty. So if you screw up, especially somebody's that can die from eating bad stuff or whatever, or somebody does something wrong to it. Oh, my sister's texting me. Everybody's wondering where the dog or the puppy is. My Lynn's like wanted to take the Kobe for a walk. I took him to my mom's, dropped him off about 7 this morning. More for my mom, but I don't know if my mom can handle him. I mean, he's a little thing, cute little dog. Um, so we might end up with him. We'll see what happens. One way or another, we'll keep him. But yeah, the tanks business. Yeah, not what it used to be, unfortunately. I don't know if there'll be a comeback of it. So they're just building staples. And like if you see my description of this show, I talked to a friend out of state with a store. He's been in it for a while. I don't think as long as me. And he's good. Specialized in South Americans, plecos, catfish stuff. Not really Africans, maybe community fish. I don't even know. I haven't been in a store in years, but small shop and a small breeding operation. Kind of like more because of the basements here. But he messaged me yesterday. How's biz? I'm like, not great. We're down. He said same here. So slow. A lot of mom and pop shops. You hear in the news, national news, media. All these chains, restaurants are. I actually talked to a customer. He actually has a restaurant. He said it's bad. The mom and pop shops, you don't hear about them closing or struggling. You hear about the chains, Red Lobster or whatever or something. So, as I noted in my description on the show, is skip Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, or buying something from Amazon. I know the convenience is one thing, but you drop $3, $4, $5, and 50 people, 100 people going to a local business to buy something for minimal amount of money, but a bunch of people buy something, that might help keep that business open another day, a couple more days, get the bills paid, keep the doors open. So consider that, got extra $2, $3, I don't know. That's an aquarium store, pet store. I don't know. Buy a treat for the dog, buy a treat for the fish, buy some night crawlers. I don't know. Anything right now can help a lot of businesses, especially mom and pop, independents. They might not always show it. I'm kind of up front. Anybody knows me. I don't really sugarcoat it. I tell it like it is. I see people in my industry, some semi-newer ones, and they gloat and they, or the reps, it's all puppy dogs and ice cream. Everything's fantastic. Check the new product out. Whoa, big warranty, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. It's all, I get it. That's what their job, that's what they need to do, something they're trying, I get it, marketing and selling, but in reality, they turn off that camera or that YouTube show or go behind the door and they're cussing. Hey Brian, good morning. So I don't swear too much on this show. I always put no kids on the thing. Someone told me that did YouTube before, says always don't have the kids because then you might get flagged or something goes wrong. Just don't even have it for kids or shows, whatever. So I'm like, all right. So every time, man, I don't want. It's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, I don't want to say the wrong word or something or whatever and trigger somebody or something, or Google or whoever. The powers to be. But yeah, a lot of places are not. I predicted. Anybody goes back to that Dale yesterday, I said, didn't I say in the fall? Because I'll contact some of my ones I know. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Just to see maybe their area. My guy in Canada's gone, whatever. Um, but I just if how is it in other areas? Is it still Cleveland's a different market. Sometimes you got to tell these reps like, no, you should get this. I'm like, it don't sell here. Maybe it sells in California. Maybe it sells in Wisconsin or Idaho or something. Certain things, certain fish, certain product, and your clientele. I mean, there's ones with their economies maybe doing better. They got more fluid money or whatever. It's it's all kind of different. I mean, some things kind of go in full circle, I say, but I said that in the fall, and I said if we our type of business or other business that rely on the holidays, Christmas, and we rely on the winter months when it's football's over, people are in the hobby. If some of these places are not making bank, making a lot of money over those holiday winter months, you're gonna see them crash, and it's just they're dying, dropping like flies, and I know more on their way out. So, and I predict a few more, even locals, whatever, because the rents are going up, insurance has gone up, interest rates gone up, all this stuff's gone up. Business has not gone up enough to cover the cost. And some of these outfits, they're working. People get in this business and have full time jobs, and trying to run a pet business or even like a restaurant's a lot of work, risk involved, costly, labor intensive, freezers and utilities, whatever, overhead. It's, basically the pet business, fish business, you're a lot of electricity, a lot of water. I mean, I'm 8,000 gallons a month in water changes. It's ridiculous. So $2,000 a month in utilities. Now, see, that's changed. I've been known to be a ciclet guy forever. I've been raising Africans 40 plus years. Cichlids, I mean, really into them. Breeding, all that stuff. My parents' basement and first shop and home and whatever. But the sales of cichlids, big stuff, expensive stuff, yeah, that's all kind of went down. It's definitely bread and butter. It's obviously the economy, the money. It's easy to drop $3 on a fish, and maybe easier maintenance, less problems than having a big tank and big fish and eating more. Now I look at that little dog, that little Yorkie we're semi taking, whatever, and that they don't eat much. It did poop something massive. He had him yesterday evening, last night, and this morning. He peed. He hasn't done anything in the house. He wasn't at my sister-in-law. It was good all week. The economy and the type of people keeping the fish. Yep. There's not a lot of fluid funds right now. People are tight on whatever. Your rents are up. I had to get a new vehicle, and I'm just like the interest rates, and I'm gold mine credit, 6-7%. But Huntington, I was in the bank the other day. They have a deal you can refinance with 3% off. So I'm jumping. It would cost me with the fees, whatever, $185. If it gets me that much down, it's gonna save me a chunk of money. Lower the payment, and I can just pay it off sooner. Right now, it's like 6-7%, probably like 7. I know people. It's my brother have great credit. He is 14%. A girl I talked to at Fit Feather the other day, she said she's bought a vehicle and it was 10%. I'm like, holy jeez. And Secret Bank sucks. I want to take that company down. Boy, they're not gonna like the letter they got from me. And I named all the CEOs and the board, and attach that with their information. That's a shithole company, another shit company. They just raised the rate on the fin card to basically 36 to 40%. How you'll make it harder on people that can't pay. People end up on the credit cards, dangerous. Use it just if you're renting a car, go on vacation, a hotel, but cash is king. I'm telling you. I'm like, I pay my bills off every month. Hopefully, still keep doing that. This summer's gonna be rough. So I haven't had a vehicle payment in like 4 years. So getting a track, the new track, a 2025 track RS. They're like not really expensive, and it's got a lot of features, almost like that Nissan Kick Milan has. It has the warning things, the trunk. I could get 12 small boxes, roughly. The 17 by 17 by 12. I could get about 10, 12 in the back of that thing when the seats fold down. And it's a cargo area. I like the HHR that I have Dylan drives. Or 4 large boxes and maybe 2 small boxes. So the winter though would kind of suck. I might have to make 2-3 trips to the airport. Luckily it's 5 minutes away to get it if I get a 20, 30 box shipment or so. And I do that sometimes. Busy times. So I have my dad's truck. Oh, wow. Yeah, you got it, and you get hit. I'm no degreed financial guy. Like my stepson's got a degree in finance and OSU, and Dylan's getting smart. I mean, he's in engineering and electrical engineering, and he's playing with a little bit of the stock market, which I kind of want to jump in a little bit. Um, they're numbers guys, math whiz. Dylan's like way above, and but I know that's like locally. Not every guys are local, but our county, our city is stupid, and people keep voting these morons in. The schools, Cleveland State's, and that's Here's an example. Cleveland State, which has been a good college for a long time. They have a law school. Known a lot of people over the years in the state and even out of state go to Cleveland State. While the enrollment's way down. The cost of colleges is ridiculous. And people are going for stupid degrees. I've seen it for years. You put yourself 60 to 100,000 plus debt. Now, if you're going like engineering, medical, stuff like that, law, it makes sense. You'll get that money back if you're smart. But I'm like, how is these college degreed staff CEOs that are making like $1 million a year? Some of these ones that run the college, they get free housing, free flights, free car, free all this stuff. Their package is like insane, and these are all degreed, educated people running these schools and colleges, some of the government, and they're broke, or they go broke. They need money. They need taxpayer bailouts. They want to start new levies, and it's like, it's simple math, plus and minus. You have a plus, pay the bills. A minus, then you don't buy something. Yeah, it's average about 100,000, 80 to 100,000 probably in Ohio. Dylan's got a few friends that are in Kent State, which is still thriving. But there's so many colleges. I mean, before Dylan went to college, even when Austin, my stepson, he's just turned 30 last week. You never even heard like the weirdest names, and I was like, "That's in Ohio." I never even heard of the city. It's like, it's too much. OU is they over They have too many students. They've had Dylan last year was first year. They had to make rooms in other places to fit all the kids that signed up for the school. Like an airline overbooking a flight. It's like, what? And they just opened a new place. They wanted to get in. Him and his friend. He made good friends with the guy from New Jersey that's in computer science, computer engineering kind of. They like playing pickleball. And he's made some new friends. Actually, he has a friend that's in from West Virginia, Charleston. He's in mechanical engineering here in town. So they went play pickleball last night, I guess. My family, my aunt, my cousin, I haven't seen in 20 years or 30, I don't know, a long time, are here. They go back today, stay with my mom. But the schools, I'm like, how can you be this financially stupid? Then you want to go off the working back middle class to pay for your mess ups. And Haslam wants us right now. They're wanting a women's soccer league in Cleveland wants us to build a $90 million stadium for them. County owns, it's not Gun Arena, it's Rocket Mortgage. I don't know. They changed names. Well, it needs upgrades, fixes, and we're the landlords. Or the county's the landlords. So they need millions. And then Haslam is in, the lease is up, coming up in a year or two, whatever. And either 1.1 billion plus to fix the old stadium on the lake. Doesn't seem that old. I mean, how bad could it be? To put a dome on it, obviously it costs more, or build a whole new one, which would be over 2 billion. He wants the state, city, counties, taxpayers to fork up 1.2 billion. And you got another one wanting a 90 million stadium, and then you got to fix some of the old stuff. Billions. Who's got? They're the billionaires that own the damn teams. Pay for it yourself. It's not a necessity. Your health, medical, education, and our military and natural resources, those 4 things trump everything else, in my opinion. And I am no political science major. I do not have a degree in anything. I have a degree in life. Now, 55 years almost. So I've been around the world, been in business. This is my college. 33 years in business. Started the business when I was 22. So that's my college. And it cost me quite a bit of money before I even made money. But I paid my debts. That's the whole thing. That's why I have good credit. I went and own 2 commercial properties, buildings, and now my second house without not paying my bills. So you gotta be part of the system, but you gotta play the system. But yeah, I'm annoyed by our financial institutions and stuff. It's just stupid. Yeah, it's ludicrous. We are overtaxed. The schools are. It's ruled unconstitutional to tax property to pay for schools, but it's still been going on. And Cleveland schools wants to put out a double levy, and they try to do these little nuance like it's only going to be $4.90 a week for a home up to $100,000. This freaking house on the corner over here, they didn't even put it up for sale, sold for 179 something, a guy said. I'm like, he was an inspector or something. I'm like, what's going on? They've been working on that was renting it out when he first bought that house it's a business somewhere around here, obviously as a rental, but they trashed it. 2 40-yard dumpsters, and I think a guy told me 3 full like dumps they had to clean out of that house over there. I'm like, ugh. So they had to gut it and redo it, but they just sold it basically $180,000. I think he bought that for $55,000. Probably put $50,000 in it maybe, but that's now the tax is going to go up, and the schools should be. That's the whole thing. They're predicting property taxes to go up around here and other places. I never read something about it in Chicago, Illinois. They're freaking out. It's going to go up 30% because they've been inflated, overpriced, overpaid buildings, homes. People feel, they don't tell you this on the news. And when they talk about these levies, they don't say that it's worse for somebody like me because we get charged more. We don't get exemptions like homestead, or if you're an older person, whatever. There's no discounts. And what should be ruled unconstitutional is I do not get to vote in this city because I do not live in the city, and they get to pass school levies, anything tax, state, whatever it is, and I have no say. I have no right, which should be unconstitutional. If I own a property or business within a city, and if it has anything to do that would affect my business taxes, etc., you should be allowed to vote also in that city or county. I don't care. You can vote in your own city still for your mayor or whatever, but if it has something to do, you should, with the business slash property, your apartment buildings, whatever it is, investment, and you should have a say. You should be able to vote. Go in person, show your ID, your credentials, your business information, whatever, your the number for the lot, whatever it is, and you should have the grounds legal to vote. It's not working. And they keep coming back. Well, they do these bonds or build new school or whatever. It's a vicious cycle. It's never ever enough. It's never enough. They keep begging for more. Well, we're going to have to cut the programs. No more baseball, no more soccer, no more drama club. We're going to have to cut all this stuff out. So your kids are just going to have to sit there. This is what I want to show them, right between the lines. I'm not, teachers, more power to you. Even teaching in this school, my karate thing with some of these kids, oh, they got problems. And that's why some bring them here. It's a challenge. They got emotional issues. Today's youth and people, the last few years, I've been dealing with people a long time, being retail, service business, working for the police department for 4 years, and being in martial arts, teaching kids, karate camps, all that stuff, and for a lot of years. And the progression of what the heck is going on is just, by the day, increases. Like something's wrong. Something's in the water, or that fast food, don't eat it. I don't know. People are losing their marbles. But, I don't know. It's not working. Wow. Well, yeah. Well, that's a whole thing. That's like, we're talking about, I think they're raising the credit card processing fees again, or something's going on. I can't keep up. I had another bank trying to woo me over, KeyBank or something, and my friend now works, old friend, she works there or something, and processing fees. It's always like a hook and, hook and sinker, whatever. You get in, just like a cable company. It's a low rate. Somehow they'll get you in, they'll waive this and that. But after the first year, it's going right back up. And these companies, like when the government sued Visa, MasterCard, Discover, whatever, for falsely charging, like Walmart went after them. They won. Walmart, Sam, or Costco. I mean, a bunch of the big players sued Visa, MasterCard, and stuff for interchange fees. They had hidden fees, and they were supposed to charge when someone does a debit and punch in a pass code, whatever. That's supposed to be the most securest form of a credit card transaction, because someone's got to have, and it's less risk, right? So It used to be only like, so if you spent $100 and you did a debit card, it costs like 25 cents, 50 cents. They always raise it though. So say it's a buck. Now, if you spend $100 and pay it with like a regular credit card, just a swipe or a little whatever, it's at least 3%. But you still have monthly fees and now yearly fees, which I'll get to when they pull that shit. I just explained that to somebody. I think I know more about the industry or how the system works more than the ones that try to get me on board. I've been doing this a lot longer than they have. So I've kind of figured things out. So I'm seasoned. I'm educated by the School of Hard Knocks, I guess. On the job training. But yeah, so now, and like, I remember, which I took for a little bit, and it was too expensive. Um, what's American Express? They had, it was a long time ago, it was like 246 different rates just for American Express. 246 different rates. That's insane. Depending on the type of card, who's the backer, or whatever. Yep, everybody does that. I started doing that before they said you were allowed to. But when the government sued, that was one of the stipulations. You could not control what someone can pay because under their old terms, you were allowed to offer a cash discount. I'm like, right between the lines. You don't do nothing for me but just keep collecting money every day, just going into your billions accounts, and so I could have a credit card. So in retail, you're almost like stuck with it. Yeah, I charge. Well, I've been doing it like if you notice, like Peacock, some of that mail stuff, bigger stuff, or anything exotic. There's $5, $10, $25 off the fish if you pay with cash. So you save a good chunk of money, and then I save money, and I don't have to wait a day, 2 days to get it. You can't take, once you pay me cash, you can't take that back from me. There's these back charges, you could do stuff and the fees. So, and then on my tank setups, I have them at the sale prices, but if you want to pay a credit card, you got to add 10%. So, and you know when things are a little tough, I was talking to somebody about yesterday. Oh, when we were at dinner, I said, when people are tightening up, they use a credit card more. They don't pay that cash. They don't have the. They're just like pushing it off for another 30 days, 20 days, whatever. So I know those trends. I'm like, when I see the drawer very light and more credit card transactions, I'm like, yeah. A mini bike out early this morning. Cleveland. Unbelievable. I could not live in the city. I don't know if I could, even if I had to. The noise, music, loud bikes, loud cars. There's no peace. Right now it's not bad. Early morning the losers are still sleeping, I guess. I don't know. Probably shouldn't say that. But yeah, it's the system's broken. The school system's broken. I don't know. I don't have a fix. I know one county south of here added a 0.25% to sales tax to help fund schools, which is a novel idea. Yeah, debit doesn't cost you really anything, and it doesn't cost the business nowhere near as much. But different credit cards, like I use credit cards because I'm a business guy, and it's easier to take statement or print whatever and send it to the accountant, like, and it tells you where you bought, if it's entertainment, gas, office supplies, whatever it is. You know, there's details, and it's easier for the CPA to do my books. But like a business with a company card that has perks, those are actually some of the worst cards to accept. Those add 1-2 more percent on top of the cards already rates. Being that Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or Target, or whoever doesn't pay for those perks. I took that card, I pay for it. So you get that free toaster or flying miles. The banks and card companies are not paying for that. The vendor, the one that's accepting that type of card, pays for it by extra percents to fund those programs. So I don't know. I don't know. I think a flat tax would be, but that would probably put out some people out of business. That's the whole thing. It's a vicious cycle. There's a reason why things are why they are, and as long as they are, is to keep people in those positions and the money machine to keep printing. I don't know. Tell me conspiracy theorists or whatever, but whatever. It's visual. You know it. You live and breathe it, so you're part of it here in this country. So anyway, 65 is looking pretty good. It's gonna be due. Grammy's doing good. Firegule's starting to get big. He comes out more now. Finally, he still hides in the dragon though. But he came out to grab the worm now. I don't have to get it right at the mouth there, and he grabs it. I know I gotta do a import in the very near future. We're like almost out of roseline sharks. Certain things, like people were asking about the side monk, chain loaches, that you gotta import. You know, those are nothing. Usually local. I mean, the suppliers are bringing them in from importing Asia, and some of that stuff is seasonal. So they don't usually collect like in South America. They don't collect in rainy season. They collect in dry season, where it's safer, easier to collect certain types of fish. Rainy season, the floods, you might die. So, and good luck trying to catch them. Pulling off the Band-Aid will hurt when we finally have to make a large change to our tax system. Oh yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be in my lifetime. But I worked for the government. When I worked at the police department as animal control, but I kind of seen how even a suburb is a nice suburb. 4 years part time. I could have been full time. Could have been a full time cop. They offered. I didn't want to give up my maintenance business at the time. I was like, maintenance business is growing, getting bigger, surfacing tanks, and I just bred fish. Then I got back into retail. I don't know why sometimes, but I'm better at this than being an officer these days, unfortunately. Um, the captain, like 38 years. You're not gonna change him. Not bashing our elders or, I'm respectful if they earn it, but you've seen, and I know, and it would just, the morale in that police department, like, there's like Sarge, they can't go anywhere. They can't, unless they move to another city, department somewhere, because the old guy up at top, second in charge, been there 38 years or something. He's got a cake job. Sit at a desk. He was in charge of my department, then the chief, and then the mayor. But we were under his helm. But it's just, and you might go in, I've seen rookie cops that go in, it'll be like the Avengers, That's what I think now about our, not getting political, but FBI and all the bullshit that's going on right now in our country. It's like, man, you guys are supposed to be the superheroes. How did you go frickin' rogue, whatever, gone stupid, got political? So it's like you go in and you're gonna be positive, you're gonna help save lives and be a hero, even though they say they're not a hero. They're pretty much a hero if they do something and feel good, being a fireman, being a police officer, a Leo, whatever. And but you get in and you find out it just clicks, and you want to go there, well, or you just get that paycheck and just deal with it. And I never was in union until I was with that city and seen people crying because they're not getting their birthdays paid off. I'm like, you effing kidding me. I got friends working 2 jobs, 3 jobs in an apartment with a kid, and you guys are making 25, 40, 50, 60, $70 an hour, and you're freaking whining, not getting your birthday paid off in the next union contract. I grew up in union. Everything was auto industry or coal mine, whatever. So they have their definitely, and then you got the CEOs walking away with 30 million bonus while the company is dying. So a lot of guilty people, guilty parties, but the system becomes a vicious cycle. And I get it because wait a minute, you have a family now, you have a home. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna say anything. You're not gonna jeopardize losing your income, your livelihood, and supporting a family. So people get comfortable, unfortunately, and just deal with it. They might not like it, but it's what it is. So, yeah, me, I bite my tongue. I want to retire when I'm like on my way out, man. I want to burn some bridges, man. I'm gonna look like the Joker and freaking Batman. Fire. I'll throw that gas can on those bridges and whoa! I'm gonna call out some people. My aunt just told me I should write a book. I've been in my business for so long. Whatever. I said I've been told that. I've said that. I thought I would do it on YouTube. I said, no, I can't write a book. I'm not that. I don't know. I guess it would be easier, but why not? I thought about just doing a series. I mean, it's all in my head, but an introduction, like how a book goes, and do like once a week or every other week, and do a chapter of my being a fish geek, fish dude, how to open up a fish store for dummies. I don't know. And like have something, a story, a life on YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying to semi-retire. I said semi-retiring. I don't know if I'll ever retire. And like the shit that's happening now is really putting a damper in my future plans. I want to be debt free at 50. Now my goal is to be debt free at 55. And now my house is almost paid off, but you're never debt free. I mean, you own this property, you own your house, but you still have taxes. You have taxes before you're born. You have taxes when you're born. Your taxes when you're alive. Then you get taxed when you're dead. And everything else you do, buy, sell, use, whatever, is taxed. It's like, enough is a freaking enough. It's like so dumb. So now your rainy day fund savings is keeping doors open, and now I need a freaking vehicle. So I was looking at the new Traverse. They're sweet. They have some room in them. But even with my dad's discount, I don't want a $700, $900 freaking. I don't know how these people are paying for these some of these trucks. There's $7,500 vehicles out there. I'm like, how do you freaking afford that? I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want that. I'm trying to get a payment around $300, and I don't think I might get down to $350, depending on what I can get from my van, how much I can put down. So that's what I said. Told my land, I'm like, man, the house projects might be put on till next year. It's always next year. I want to get my koi pond done and my patio done, but I don't know if I'm able to pull it off. I might have to put it off for another year. I don't know. It's what it is. You gotta take care of what's a necessity first. What's essential. So, and I need wheels. So, gotta have transportation. So, all right, I gotta go. Holy moly, 10 o'clock. I gotta order lunch, pizza or something. All right, y'all take care. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Got good weather. Enjoy it while you got it. You're funny. Screw it. I can live off the grid. I'm halfway there, half red. No problem. Y'all take care. Everybody that's in there, it's me and Jeff just chit-chatting. Everybody, maybe I got some trolls in the background. It's always someone. All right. Y'all take care. Thanks. Have a great weekend. I should be back on Tuesday. Then I won't be on for about a week and a half. A couple weeks maybe. I'm going to be too busy. A little family trip, vacation, which I'm desperately needing, but I'm stressing out before I go. So, all right. Y'all take care. I'm out. Bye-bye.